My hand pop. Look, I got a knot. I got a knot on my hand. Hey, and everybody booing, fuck y'all. Y'all know I'm a warrior. Fuck y'all, what's up?
And still.
Yo, Aaron!
What up, and still TV in the building coming at y'all with another one. So check it out. We just watched Vergil Ortiz get the stoppage against Maurice Hooker. Now, Vergil was dominating him. Maurice said his hand popped. We don't know what the fuck that means, but we're going to talk about it anyway, so you know what time it is. Cue the intro.
I'm handsome, I'm bad, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
Man, we just gonna get right to it this time. I promise. I'm living in the prophecy. And I feel ain't nobody hot as me. Ain't nobody strong as we. I'm flexing on your heroes. I'm working on your prodigy. Stay away from every boy that hate and suck the strong to see. I think I might have came too strong on that. Yeah. And they might think it's something wrong with that. Let me take it back.
And still.
Yo, Aaron!
Welcome back to And Still. It's been a minute. You know, we only speak on stuff when we really, it's on our heart to talk about it. We're not going to give you every update every day.
Yeah, we be tired of that shit, man.
Yeah,
no
but,
disrespect to all the channels, man. I'm tired of that shit, though. I ain't gonna say no names.
I still check them out to get my news, but some of that shit is like,
always see it,
I'm
and
done
always
talking about that.
And always be like, wow, and breaking, and like, the fuck out of here. It's the same shit every day.
A fighter just tweeted something, like an emoji, one emoji, and they make 8 videos about the shit.
It say some shit like, Jamal agrees to fight or some shit. It just be like, yeah, I'd knock his ass out. His saying his normal hothead shit. I'm not falling for that no more, son. I ain't been checking for it, but we don't do that.
Nah. But we had a couple good fights we're going to talk about. But this one tonight, Ortiz versus Hooker, coming into the fight, I never was big on Maurice Hooker. I mean, I thought he, the biggest thing you can say about him, he got long arms. And, he can box.
I don't like those guys that their frames are not filled out to, like, that level. It's like, I understand you want reach, but when it gets to that point where you're that wiry, it works against you a little bit.
But just so you know, his reach is insane. Like, he fought at 140, and an 80-inch reach is crazy. So,
yeah. Let's give him some perspective. So, Thomas Hearns, we said it was 78.
78 for Hearns. Deontay Wilder's 83.
Yeah, Deontay Wilder, 6'9". Wilder's 83. This dude.
Yeah, Sebastian Fundora, 6'6"?
6'6".
And his is 80.
His is 80. So he's this guy's arms are freakishly long, but as I was saying, it kind of works against you because everything is so wide and loopy. It's kind of easy to get on the inside. Plus, you talked about him tying up. It's hard to do that when you're that wiry. You could really get hurt against somebody like Ortiz that's that strong.
So as we're watching the fight, he's trying to box. Ortiz is trying to pressure and get in the inside. And I'm like, he has to learn how to clinch. And Aaron's like, he's not strong enough to clinch.
He can get his arm hurt in a clinch very easily. Yeah, very easy. Like, it only takes one clinch.
As soon as I said it, he tried it too, and it
doesn't work. He's not strong enough. Like, you don't want to be muscle-bound in boxing, but you also can't be frail to the point where you're just getting pushed around like that.
So the fight started off, right? And I felt like Ortiz was just going to bully him, and it wasn't going to be much of a fight at all. Mm-hmm. Then it
kind of started like that, though.
Yeah, it was a point where Hooker turned things around, and he won a round, and I was like, I don't know. This might
start backing him up a little bit.
Yeah, he got him to take a step back.
Ortiz not the kind of person that's just going to fight, that's just going to start backing up unless you do something.
Yeah. I saw he caught him a couple times, and then he started putting his punches together. I'm like, I don't know. We might have a fight on our hands.
Mm-hmm.
So then I started thinking, okay, even if Hooker does this the rest of the way, he's probably going to get robbed. But let's see what happens. We got to fight.
Yeah.
And then he got caught and dropped. It was a body shot, right? The body shot hurt him. And then
body shot hurt him, but he got punched in like straight to the head, nigga. Like, he could see, like I said, like he was going to see that shit covered. He just got smacked right in the fucking face. They failed, nigga.
When you get on your bike and you try to run, that's what starts to happen. But I feel like he was trying to protect the body after he got hurt to the body.
He was just hurt. Yeah, he was hurt. So it's like his hands was down. It's like he was going to go down regardless. But it was a headshot that ultimately put him down, though.
Yeah, so he recovers from that. He comes back out, He looks like he's game, but at the same time, it's going bad because he's fighting Ortiz's fight, and then he hurts his hand and just stops. But
he allegedly hurts his hand. He doesn't.
Well, he hit him on top of the head, so I could.
He hit him on top of the head, and I was saying this the whole time. He doesn't turn his hands over well. He hits you like this sometimes instead of turning his hands over.
That might also be part of the length. So if you get inside that
definitely.
length, so he's waiting to catch you here. You come inside, and he's just like.
So you got to pull that elbow back a little bit to turn that hand over. I don't know, man. He's not my kind of fighter. I don't like it. He's just too frail. Like honestly, like it's just too. When a guy like that can get on the inside, then it's over for you. In order to be like that frail and use it like, first of all, it's almost impossible to win when you're on your bicycle, and that's how you have to fight to win. You got to be so skilled to do that. If you moving backwards the whole time, you got to just be so skilled to still win that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
He doesn't really have it.
I'm trying to think of anyone at the welterweight division that, any of the big names that I think Maurice Hooker could possibly beat. And I can't really think of anyone. It would have to be someone who.
Nah, he's not strong enough.
Yeah, someone's gonna box
like all of
him.
those guys are so strong. That's one thing about the welterweights. They're strong welterweights, like very strong.
I could see maybe Thurman boxing with him,
Thurman's fucking him up.
but I don't think Thurman will
Thurman's
pressure
beating
him enough to like.
Thurman's definitely winning.
That's about the only name I could think
Thurman's
of.
winning.
I don't know.
Sean Porter's knocking him out. Errol's definitely knocking him out.
That's too much pressure. Those
Danny
guys-
Garcia's beating him
Yeah, Danny will catch him.
because they're all too strong for him.
Yeah.
He's too frail. Like they just bully him.
So what do you think about Ortiz's half-ass call out of Crawford?
I ain't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so no. I like that he called him out, but he should have called him a bitch.
You gotta be more aggressive, right?
Yeah, he should have called him a bitch and told him he was gonna knock him out. He was asking him, will you please,
polite ass
fight
call
with
outs.
me? Yeah, fuck all that. I hate that shit.
Same thing Porter's doing.
It's like, yo, you about to get in there and fight him, and they know good and well that they let it all hang out when they fight. So call them out like that. Worst case scenario, I mean, that's only gonna raise your
if you
stock.
really wanted to fight him, not only do you call him out, you be like, come on, get in the ring.
Yeah,
Get in the ring.
that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of dudes, it's funny because they got so much heart fighting each other, and then they just freeze up when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like when it comes to the theatrics and all the shit outside the ring. It's funny, like you see less fighters with that gift than you do fighters that are just like, gifted in the ring. Like,
Yeah, but if he would have did that, if he'd have called him out and told him to get in the ring, he would have had to get in the ring. Because if he didn't get in the ring, then you could say, "Oh, you scared to get in the ring with me?" You know what I mean? So
I don't know,
then
because of COVID and all that shit.
Nah. Once you do that call out, everybody like,
Man.
you getting in the ring or not? So
Terrence
what
wasn't
Crawford
gonna
gonna say?
Terrence wasn't gonna get in the ring.
What Crawford gonna say? Oh, it's COVID. Oh man,
He would say that.
Them channels gonna have a field day.
They already do. That's some shit that Crawford would say though. That's the thing.
That
But
shit.
if they did fight though, how you think it goes?
I don't know, man. I think Ortiz wins because
How
Crawford,
tall is Ortiz?
I think he's 5'10". He's a big welterweight.
He's 5'10". Yeah, he beat him.
I think he's 5'10".
I thought he was smaller, but maybe it's just because we seen Maurice Hooker. What the fuck is? Oh, there you go, right there. But maybe it's just because we just seen Maurice Hooker and he tall, right? Maurice Hooker. How tall was Maurice Hooker?
Let me check.
Because if Ortiz was 5'10", Maurice Hooker would be around 6 feet. Cause
let me get it for you.
all right, let's get it official. But if that nigga 5'10", I got him beating Terrence Crawford. For sure.
Well, he's young and he's starting off at welterweight, so he's not gonna.
He big. He a big motherfucker. That's
5'10".
Oh yeah, nah. He way stronger than Crawford because Crawford's really not a real welterweight.
That's the thing. Crawford,
Like-
I think Crawford's a better boxer, but once they get into it and they start, going at it,
He's a better boxer in certain ways. I think Ortiz is a much better puncher.
Hooker's 5'11".
Okay. So I think Ortiz is a better puncher than Crawford. Crawford's footwork is a lot better though.
Yeah, I just think Crawford will get to a point. At some point, he's gonna try to show him that he can, brawl with him, go toe to toe, and that's not gonna be in his best interest.
Nah, I don't like the fact for Crawford. I don't like that he's 5'10", because that's wow. I don't know. Yeah, I'm picking.
Crawford still got that reach though.
He got the reach, and Crawford's really good at being patient too. like taking his time and then kind of waiting to chip away at you, and then out of nowhere, it's like
it's still
controlling the fight.
It's still a good ass fight. Like
I really like that.
I
fight.
can see Crawford stopping him too. You know what I mean?
For sure. And Crawford to do that, like rise to the occasion on you, but he did it again. Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
He does that type of shit.
But that will definitely be his best opponent he's faced.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I would. Yeah, oh, it's close.
So if he doesn't fight Crawford next, who's another opponent you would like to see him in there?
I mean, it's all the same guys, man. The Garcias, the Ugases, the Sean Porter. It's all the same guys. You know, but how you think he fares against? Let's say Garcia first. What do you think, Garcia versus Ortiz? Because I'm putting Garcia and Thurman like the bottom of the welterweight, like the top welterweights. So against those guys, like how you like them?
See, everything with Garcia, with Danny is always the same thing. Like, is he gonna catch you with the left hook?
I got him beating Danny, and I got him beating Danny, for sure.
For sure.
I think he beats Danny Garcia.
I think he does too, but I didn't like that. I felt like he got hurt a couple times against Maurice Hooker. And if you're getting hurt against Hooker, what are these other guys gonna do?
I don't really think he hurt. He didn't hurt him to the point where he was about to go down.
No, it wasn't like that.
He made him respect him for a second. He was only going backwards.
It did enough
at
to make
one
him.
point.
Yeah, probably a round. One round he started going backwards.
It was like a half of a round. He didn't go forward, and it wasn't even really backwards. It was to the side. Like because he was still throwing some heat at that nigga.
I guess that says more about how I feel about Maurice Hooker's power. So I'm like, if he did that to you,
yeah. And Danny Garcia, he got some power.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny Garcia is one of the most underrated power punchers in the whole game. Because let me say this, we talked about it a while back, but when he fought Errol Spence, his punches were harder.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. His punches were harder than Errol Spence's, so that motherfucker can punch. He may be the hardest puncher in the division, actually. Like, just like one punch, like one hard punch, it may be him. It's different when you talk about.
I can't think of anyone that punches
it's
harder.
It's different. We haven't seen like Jerron Ennis against the top names, you know what I'm saying? But it's different if you think about a volume of punches. Just one hard punch, it may be him, you know. So
it might be Danny. That left hook might be the worst one.
His hand's just heavy as shit, and he sits down on all of his punches. Like, he's flat footed when he punches, so it makes it so he could just turn his hips more, turn his weight more, and all that shit. But I still got him beating Danny. I think his speed, his hand speed is good, man. Like, I didn't realize his hands were that fast.
I just like his style. I
like his style.
I like the pressure fighter.
Comes in with the high guard, moving his head, get right on the inside. He doesn't like to go around you with the punch. He goes straight down the middle, slices right through you. I got him beating Danny. Keith Thurman. What do you think?
I don't know who Thurman is
at
this point.
That's
I need to see him fight again.
I can't ever say.
I need to see him
fuck
fight
Keith
again.
Thurman. Sean Porter. Who you got? Sean Porter versus Ortiz. That's a
good fight.
It's a great fight. I'd have to take Sean Porter.
I don't know. That's a good fight.
I'd have to take Porter.
That's a good ass fight though.
It's a great fight. Yeah. Errol Spence.
Yeah, Spence.
Errol. And you said
Spence
Terrence.
just
And we picked Ortiz against Crawford.
Yeah. So
that leaves. We got Pacquiao.
He smashes Pacquiao. Pacquiao's not a factor anymore.
Ugas. He beat Ugas.
Yeah, Ugas.
He beat Ugas. So that's about it. So that means only Porter and Spence, the only ones we like.
Probably, maybe Crawford. I put Crawford. I still say Crawford's right there. I wouldn't say that it's guaranteed. I think that's like a 50-50 fight.
I think so too.
That's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah. But anyway, the point is, he up there. He definitely right in the mix. I don't know how long he gonna stay there. Hopefully it'll be for a little while. But ain't nobody fighting nobody, man. So I don't know.
But it sounds like 54 is gonna be the division in the future. Honestly.
Because Ennis gonna move up.
Ennis.
And you got Ortiz. Yeah, enough said.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, with all the other guys there already.
So how many years you think we're gonna have to wait before we see that fight?
Which one? Ennis.
Boots versus Ortiz.
A long time. About
7-8 years.
Seriously. Bro. Maybe longer.
That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. They can be side by side.
Yeah. It just depends how their careers go. I don't know. But that's how boxing go, man. Fucking bullshit.
But congratulations, Vergil Ortiz Jr. Congratulations to Zone. Finally put on a card that I kind of could pay attention to and not hate on it all night.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started on that pre-main event.
Huh? You ain't like Estrada, man? He hating on my girl Estrada. She got another victory. Go ahead.
I don't feel like it. I don't feel like getting it. I'm tired of everybody talking shit to me in the comments. Nigga.
Hey, man. Thanks for tuning in. He ain't gonna say nothing. He candy. You sure?
All right, let me say something.
Go ahead, man.
Hey, look, this old. Don't nobody want to see the bitches fight, man.
Damn.
I'm sorry, man. Don't nobody want to see the bitches fight. Everybody,
I enjoyed the fight.
That's why. No, you did, nigga.
I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, but you didn't enjoy the fight itself. You wasn't watching the fight, nigga.
I mean, I was watching.
The first round,
it was a
that
watch.
shit was boring as fuck, nigga.
I'm trying to watch the fight, right? I'm like, damn, Strada looking good. Boom, she did this. He over here complaining. I don't want to see these bitches. When is shit gonna be over?
Everybody was doing that shit, man. Come on, man. Ain't nobody watched that whole fight. If y'all watched the whole fight, put it in the comment section, because I sure damn didn't. And that shit was on.
Estrada did her thing, right?
She did her thing. I'm not gonna lie. She can box. But don't nobody want to see her. It's like the WNBA.
I legit. Dude asked me earlier today who fight tonight. I said, better be a fight early. I was like, then we got the Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Hooker. Oh, and my girl, Sanija Estrada, she fight.
Yo, don't nobody want to see two girls
He
fight.
said the same shit too. I don't watch nothing. I don't watch.
Yeah, don't nobody want to see that shit. I would rather watch amateur boy boxing than professional girl boxing. Wouldn't you? Be honest. I'd rather see two niggas in the amateur. It doesn't depend.
Put it like this. Typically, I would agree with you, but I really fuck with her.
But you didn't watch it.
I watched enough to know that she was gonna win.
You watched like 2 rounds.
I was off of it when I saw she was gonna win. Clearly,
that shit was boring, nigga. You know it. That shit was. You don't never be off of it. You wasn't off of it with this one. Ortiz was winning clearly. Yeah, you knew he was gonna win. Get the fuck out of here. Bro. So did that other broad. That one Mexican broad. She did too. Don't nobody want to see the WNBA or these female boxers, man. That's why they kick up so much dust, man. Don't nobody want to see that shit. You got
all right, thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to catch y'all next time. And still...
remaining undefeated, proving he is one of the elite champions of the sport today, and still...
Yo, yo, yo.